Welcome to ISE-2 activity of case study and report presentation. My name is Prathamesh Vishnumanle and case study topic is a survey of distributed denial of service attack prevention and mitigation techniques. My group member name is Tejas Patil and Aniket Guru. Welcome. Introduction of denial of service. Denial of service attack is malicious attempt to distribute normal functioning of targeted service or network overwhelming with the flood illegitimate traffic or requests. The goal of denial of service attack is render the targeted system unavailable to intended users, thereby denying them access to resources or services provided by system. Denial of service attack can have serious consequences for organization, including downtime, financial losses, damage to reputation, and potential legal liabilities. Therefore, it is essential for organizations to implement robust security measures to detect and mitigate denial of service, such as firewall, intrusion detection system, denial of service mitigation services. Here, the figure shows that during past 10 years are presented denial of service attack. In 2016 terms, the volume size increased. Therefore, there is a strong need to provide up-to-date and state-of-the-art survey of denial of service attacks, prevention techniques, and mitigation techniques. And this is the motivation behind these articles. Design of the internet provides best effort packet switched services to the user. The result of this shares resources among different users. As consequences of the behaviors of the user may create distribution to the service of other users. One of the denial of service attack, it is introduced to disturbance to the targeted user, usually known as victims. Next one is attack targets and motivation. According to Urban Network, every day above 1,000 sizable different denial of service attack tracked by the around the world. 13 the targets of this denial of service attack range from a very own home user to a government. In some attacks, a victim can be e-commerce site, a bank, commercial organization, or even internet service provider. One major motivation to attack this user is for some financial gains. However, an attractive target for denial of service attack can be pornography or online gambling site. Moreover, politically organizations and governments are also major target denial of service attack. In figure shows the attacks. More attack on stocks exchange on online shopping, gaming site and banks. Next one is attack strategy. The basic structure of distributed denial of service attack is presented in the figure. It comprises three different phases and four different components. The components are known as attacker, multiple control master or handler, multiple slaves, agents or zombies, and victim or target machine. In the first phase, the attacker spends a lot of time create significant amount of compromised machine which are called master or handler as they appoint and control other machines in the attack army. The second phase starts if a sufficient number of devices has joined as compromised army. This is compromised army is known as botnet. In the second phase, the attacker transfers all necessary information such as code commands to the master armies, which in turn second those to all slave armies to get ready for the attack. Next one is attack mechanism. In this denial of service attack, in order to understand research denial of service attack, it is important to understand distributed denial of service attack classification mechanism. In past decade, different of classification of denial of service attack have been seen in the literature. In this survey, our goal it is to analyze all these attack taxonomies and it to introduce fully covered, easy to understand classification mechanism. In this figure, introduce our classification mechanism, which all covers aspect denial of service attack. This is classification based on impacts of the attacks in victim network or research. In general, a web server or proxy server in the main victim of for a denial of service attack and manage limited resources to provide a service. Thus, the general scenario to manage excess network traffic, it drop the packet which is exceeds threshold limit. Next one is prevention against denial of service attack. Prevention against distributed denial of service attack is the most desirable defense technique to fight against the distributed denial of attack. Basically, as mentioned in the previous section, denial of service put immense threat to the resources of the victim, CPU memory, as well the network bandwidth and infrastructure. Therefore, the attack has been already launched and become successful. It may cause significant compromises that to the victim system. Thus, the protection against distributed denial of service attack is more effective against distributed denial of service attack since it ensures prevention of the attack traffic as well manage large attack load before it may cause the attack to be successful. This ensures normal operation of the victim. Distributed denial of service attacks have become very common in today cyber war. According to the quarterly report in Kaspersky Lab, the largest number of attacks to the recorded in the day last quarter in of 2016 is almost 200 2000. Also in the quarter, the longest attack was recording at 292 hour long. Moreover, when a victim gets attacked, it may experience attacks in course of time. It was reported in the fourth quarter executive summary report of Akamai. On average, target may experience 30 distributed denial of service attacks per quarter as well as 3 to 5 attacks a day. Next presentation continued by my team member Tejas Patil. Thank you.
So the next point is denial of service attack mitigation. Prevention of denial of service attack is one part of defense from attacks. This part is very important one to defend significant number of denial of service attacks. However, still there are remaining threats to DOS attacks with new attack signature and patches. Therefore, the next phase of defense, that is the field of DDoS mitigation, has a huge number of research activities. In this section, we will try to introduce significant works of this field. Mitigation of the DDoS comprises three different mechanisms: detection mechanism, response mechanism, and tolerance mechanism, as shown in figure. In the figure, there is shown the DDoS attack mitigation and the detection and tolerance. In the detection, we have signature based detection, anom- anomaly based detection, attack source identification. In tolerance, we have congestion policing, fault tolerance, and in response, we have filtering and rate limiting and the capability based response. Next is the conclusion. In this survey, we have presented a comprehensive and systematic analysis of DDoS attacks. We have enlisted different attacks types seen so far. In our work, we have analyzed well-known prevention and mitigation techniques based on their success and failures. We have summarized different types of attacks, filtering techniques, and attack detection methods. They have identified the key features of the attack as well as advantages and disadvantages of different defense mechanisms. However, still there exists the chance to see new unseen attacks with new signature and features. However, this survey will work on as an essay to understand foundation of DDoS attacks for the systematic explanation and analysis. There are the references of this case study. First is the case study itself and the other references for the case studies. Thank you.